To start this video, I'm going to do a quick disclaimer. I'm not a doctor nor a medical expert. These are just summaries of other medical findings. A lot of emphasis has been placed on people washing their hands and sanitising wherever possible. Our very government in the UK has since the start of the outbreak been pushing this message as hard as they can. Which, don't get me wrong, I believe is a good message to be sharing, and everyone should be practising the best hygiene they can. But is there crucial information being omitted? When you look at the facts, there is actually no evidence that it even spreads this way. By this way I mean through fomites, a fancy word for essentially an inanimate object that has been contaminated by an infected person interacting with an object. Thus we were told to wash our own hands to A, if we are infected and don't know that we have been, reduce the virus on our own hands and won't spread it around the place. And B, if we should touch an infected object, we are less likely to then ingest it through our eyes, nose or mouth. But in actual fact, the main way you're going to catch it is quite to the contrary. I should add, I'm not saying it cannot spread this way, I'm just saying it is the least likely way you're going to catch it. So what is the most likely way I will catch it? Let me get there. First, let me look at another crucial mistake our government made. Our government was slow to get people wearing masks or face coverings. All other countries who had faced these kinds of viruses before, such as SARS in China and Vietnam, to name two, all implemented everyone wearing face masks. For Vietnam, it was March the 16th, 2020, that they implemented everyone wearing masks. What did we do? We did a humongous flip-flop. At first we claimed it was to do with protecting the supply of medical masks, which is just a complete lie. Eventually we implemented the face coverings to be worn in all shops and public spaces on the 24th of July 2020. Bear in mind we had initiated a lockdown on the 23rd of March 2020, so 4 months it took to implement this change. This failure moves me perfectly onto how does this evil virus spread. We now know that the main way the virus spreads is through particles we essentially emit when we are infected. These particles vary in size. Some will instantly fall to the floor or other surfaces, others will remain suspended around us and slowly fill an entire room with the infected particles should the ventilation be poor, and the infected person remain within place for a long period of time. A great article I shall link below goes through how just taking some simple measures, the majority involving improving airflow and wearing masks, goes a long way to reducing the risk of spreading the virus. Now I don't know about you, but this is something I don't feel anyone has adequately put across. Yes, they have now, since the flip-flop, admitted face covering goes a long way to help stop the spread, and being well distanced can help, but I don't feel it's been drawn to people's attention just how opening a window would drastically reduce the risk of transmission. I shall be sharing the article these findings are based on in the description, and I encourage you all to give it a read. I don't want to steal the fine work of this article, so will only share the visual aid and just one of the setting examples given. Here you can see how being silent, talking and shouting affects the levels of respiratory particles you are emitting if you are infected. It doesn't take much imagination to see how a busy, noisy pub would be a super spreader environment for this virus. This next image shows a room with 6 people inside it. 1 is infected. Irrespective of safe distances, if 6 people spend 4 hours together talking loudly, not wearing face masks with no ventilation, all 5 people will become infected. However, if you open the window or have another means of ventilation, all wear face masks and you reduce the length of time gathered by just a half, so obviously 2 hours. Less than 1 person would be infected. To me this is shocking, as I have never felt our government has done much other than say, meet outdoors. Clearly they understand how it spreads but don't feel it necessary to inform us of the why the outside component is so important. For more examples and different scenarios, I encourage you to look at this article. So in closing, I'd like you to understand that it's airborne, improve airflow any way you can. The most easy way would obviously be to open a window, and stay safe everyone. If you found this video useful, it would really help out to spread it so that other people can find out this information if you gave it a like. If you want more of this, please consider subscribing. Thank you.